What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Home Built Workshop. Today, some tool maintenance. I need to replace the cord on this older style Porter Cable 6902 router. It's got the classic tape wrapped around the cord to keep it working. We're gonna fix that really quick and really simple, so stick around. This router was given to me by my buddy Greg. Greg is a local guitar builder and woodworker as well. I need to give a huge shout out to him. Thank you so much for giving me this router. You guys, if you want to check out some of Greg's work, I'm going to put links down below in the descriptions. The only problem with this is it needs a new cord. It's got the classic wrap the tape around there to keep it running. Can't say I've never done that myself. This is gonna be a pretty easy fix, but I thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride just to show you how easy it is to revive an old tool if you're working on something like this. We got our new cord here. Not sponsored, but I did order this from E-Replacement Parts. They have all kinds of parts. I never worked with those guys or anything, but got us a new cord. Let's get this thing installed.
Our first order of business is to remove the two screws that hold the plastic cap on top of the router.
Under the cover, we can see the connections a little bit better. Really easy. Our white wire goes to this red wire. Our black wire goes to the black wire. And the ground just screws in right here. I'm going to cut these connectors. That way we can try to keep a little bit of the length.
And we'll just unscrew the ground wire.
Now we've got our electrical connections undone. We'll just unscrew this cable clamp. Wow, that is a really long screw. And now we should be able to just pull this wire out of there. Bam, look at that. Take our new wire. Already has the strain relief on there. That's part of the reason that I ordered this replacement cable instead of just trying to wire up something else. I wanted to try to retain this little strain relief, kind of try to use the right cord. We are going to need this little cord retainer bracket off of the old cord, so make sure you save that. And we can put that on our new cord. This new cord has a couple of flats on either side. We want to make sure to line up the flats on the cable with the little flat piece on this little cable bracket.
Before I reassemble anything, I'm going to blow the router out with some compressed air just to make sure it's pretty clean. Now I'll reinstall the cable bracket in the grooves in the router and secure it with the screws.
There we go. Cord is secured. Now this black wire is a little bit short. I'm going to pull that back through the switch just so I have a little bit more room to work on it.
And I'll pass the black wire from the new cord over to the other side. Now I'll strip the ends of the old black wire, then I'll cut the new black wire to length and strip the end of that as well. Now I'll give the ends of the wires a quick twist just to make sure there's not any loose wires hanging out. And I'll install a crimp-on splice connector. Originally this had kind of a wire nut style that crimps on. I didn't have any of those, so this splice connector will work just fine. There we go. I'll just give it a light tug just to make sure everything feels secure, and then I'll feed the wire back through and I'll let this connector rest under this little bracket. Now I'll repeat that exact same process to connect the white wire and the red wire. I'm using the same kind of splice connector over here. It's going to be just fine. And lastly, I'll cut the ground wire to length. We'll strip back the end before crimping on a ring connector. Now I'll just reattach the ground wire and our wiring is complete. I'll just do a quick double check, make sure all our wires are nice and tidy and going to stay out of the way, and we can install the top cap.
Nice and solid. Let's try it out. No sparks. And I'd call that a success. There you have it, guys. This tool is now fixed. It's going to be reliable again. We don't have to jiggle the cord or anything like that to make it work. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you need to repair your old tools, don't throw them out. You can probably fix whatever's wrong with it, whether there's bearings going out, whatever the issue is. You can probably order the part and fix it yourself, saving you some money, some headaches, and some frustration. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Make sure you drop stuff all over.